day to each and every one, and good day to all the students of Balan Integrated School, especially to our grade 10 students who's going to be the senior high school entrance for the next school year. Once again, this is your teacher, Ms. Gina G. Mongkal, and welcome back to your career guidance in senior high school orientation, Module 2. In Module 2, the learners are expected to understand the curricular characteristics of the 4 senior high school tracks, specific strengths, and their respective possible career path, and also identify possible tracks and strengths he or she will want to pursue through emphasis on their self-awareness. For this module, let us all listen to Mrs. Neil L. Gallardes to enlighten us with the topics about the K-12 and the senior high school.
Good day. I am Mrs. Neil L. Gallardes, Master Teacher 2 of Balete Integrated School, Elementary Level. Today, I will talk about the K-12 program of the government. To start, I have a question here. What is Republic Act number 10533? President Benigno Aquino signed into law the Republic Act number 10533 or the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013 last May 15, 2013. A law that implements K-12 program which covers kindergarten and 12 years of basic education. The new K-12 curriculum guide requires all Filipino students to have 1 year of kindergarten, 6 years of elementary schooling grades from grade 1 to grade 6, 4 years of junior high school from grade 7 to 10, and 2 years of senior high school from grades 11 to 12. The adaptation of K-12 curriculum guide means that students will graduate a bit older compared to those who graduated under the 10-year education cycle. Daya ay may kamatuoran dahil sa haunang 10-year education curriculum, do edad is estudyante nga gatapos it high school ay 16 anyos. Anom nga dagon do elementarya, ag-apat nga dagon yamang kato do high school. Kumpara sa K-12 makaron, may dugang nga daywang dagon para sa senior high school nga nagkatapos do isagang ka estudyante ay sa edad nga 18 anyos. Far from being disadvantageous, however, DepEd states that young adults graduating at the age of 18 or so will be more prepared to take on their tertiary education. Daya pagid ay may kamaturan dahil sa edad na 18 anyos, makadesisyon nun gid kung makapadayon o magpadayon sa higher education o magtrabaho lang do isa lang ka estudyante. The government also encouraged parents to think of the K-12 not as having 2 extra years of high school, but as 2 years of less higher education. Ngani, sa atong mga ginikanan, kabay nga hindi yang naton batyagon nga dayang programa ay dugang nga bugat sa atong pagkatuon sa atong mga inunga. Mabahog gidra nga bulig agud matawan it oportunidad nga makatrabaho sa bata nga edad, lokal man o international jobs. Hindi yun maulihiro atong mga inunga pag-abot sa global job market dahil qualified yun sanda na makatupong kita sa ibang nasyon pag-abot sa higher quality of education. Why are we implementing 12 years of basic education? Prior to the implementation of the K-12 curriculum guide, the Philippines was one of only 3 countries in the world and the only one in Asia that still had only 10 years in basic education. This has always been seen as a disadvantage for our students who are competing in an increasingly global job market. Developed countries, according to the DepEd's briefer, view the 10-year education cycle as insufficient. Thus, a 12-year program is found to be adequate period for learning under basic education. This is also a standard for recognition of students and professionals abroad. The longer education cycle of the K-12 curriculum is seen as critical in giving Filipino students a higher quality of education. ginpatupad gid do K-12 program para hindi gid mabalibaran do atong mga graduates kapin sa hiring of job workers. Sa mga skills nga matun-an ko atong junior high school ag senior high school students, hay magiging qualified yon do atong mga graduates para mabaton sa kasari-saring trabaho sa linya vocational, technical, ag bisan sa arts ag sports. The K-12 vision. The K-12 curriculum is designed to enable sa graduates to join the workforce after high school and suitably prepare those who wants to go on higher education. This curriculum will also support college graduates seeking work abroad. All in all, the enhanced K-12 curriculum designed to produce Filipino graduates who are holistically developed with 21st century skills. It will give students ample time to master basic academic skills as well as to participate in co-curricular and community activities. It will also give great chance to all graduates to acquire middle skills for better work opportunities. Sa kabilugan, do K-12 ay gindisenyo para makaproduce kita at Filipino graduates nga nakahubot ron pag-abot sa 21st century skills. Abo dumabulig kung maedukar do mga estudyante kara dahil makataog idaya at tsansa nga makapartisipar sa co-curricular at community activities. Gakip pagid do oportunidad nga makatrabaho it mayad-ayad para sa ikamayad it pangabuhi sa ulihing inadlaw. What are the 21st century skills? 21st century skills are 12 abilities that today's students need to succeed in their careers during the information age. The 21st century skills are: number 1, critical thinking; number 2, creativity; number 3, collaboration; number 4, communication; number 5, information literacy; number 6, media literacy; number 7, technology literacy; number 8, flexibility; number 9, leadership; number 10, initiative; number 11, productivity; and number 12, social skills. These skills are intended to help the students keep up the lightning pace of today's modern markets. Each skill is unique in how it helps you, but they all have one quality in common. They are essential in the age of internet. This is also incorporated in your career readiness course, usually imparted by teachers in school as preparation to workforce. Ginpakamaayo it DepEd ngiyakot na topiko sa K-12 do pag-edukar o pag-orient sa junior high school at senior high school do parte sa 21st century skills. The 3 21st century skill categories. Category 1, learning skills. Learning skills is so-called the 4 C's. These 4 C's teaches you about mental processes required to adapt and improve upon a modern work environment. The 4 C's are the most popular 21st century skills. More educators know about these skills because they are universal needs for any career. They also vary in terms of importance depending on an individual's career aspirations. Harado 4 C's na pinaka-popular. The number 1, critical thinking. Critical thinking meaning finding solutions to problems. It is the most important quality for someone who have in health sciences. It is essential to improvement. It's mechanism that weeds out problems and replaces them with fruitful endeavors. It's what help you figure stuff out for yourselves when you don't have a teacher to talk to. So, gusto mong bagon ko critical thinking dahil usang bilog sa mga essentials. Essential meaning kinahanglan for improvement. Dahil sa di karang parte, nagausoy o nagadiskubre at solusyon sa isa lang ka problema. Abo, ag sari-sari, lugasungod sa piniino, nga ni dapat gid nga antiguhan mag-usoy, it-angay ag bagay nga solusyon para iwas sa lambagong huli na ang pagsisisi. Number 2, creativity. This is about thinking outside the box. It is equally important as a means of adaptation. This skill empowers you to see concepts in different light, which leads to innovation. Innovation is the key to adaptability and overall success of a company. Learning creativity as a skill requires someone to understand that the way things have always been done may have been 10 years ago, but someday that has to change. Creativity. Sa solusyong na diskubre, magakrear sa lang kabuhat nga makapagbago dahil sa ginhimo nga tikang paagto sa ginatawag nga success. Number 3 is the collaboration. This is meaning working with others. This is getting you to work together, achieve compromises, and get the best possible results from solving problems. This may be most difficult concepts in 4 Cs, but once mastered, it can bring companies back from bankruptcy. The key element of collaboration is willingness. All participants to be willing to sacrifice parts of their own ideas and adapt others to get results for the company. That means understanding the idea of a greater good, which is in the case tends to be the company-wide success. The collaboration. This is the willingness to participate sa grupo para maging successful. Buko niyang para sa bilog, kundi para sa kadagayaan. Hindi ra maabot kung kapatigsara o iba ang uwa gagagasugot do kada isa ya. Communication, meaning talking to others. It is the glue that brings all of these educational qualities together. It is a requirement for any company to maintain profitability. It's crucial for students like you to learn how to effectively convey ideas among different personality types that has the potential to eliminate confusion in a workplace, which makes you valuable parts of your teams, departments, and companies. Effective communication is also one of the most underrated soft skills. For many, it's viewed as a given, and some companies may even take good communication for granted. But when employees communicate poorly, whole projects fall apart. No one can clearly see the objectives they want to achieve. No one take responsibility because nobody's claimed it. Without understanding proper communication, students like you in the 21st century will lack a crucial important skill to develop your careers. Komunikasyon, dayang skill ay very essential gid sa adlaw-adlaw nga kabuhi naton. Kung uwa ga kahambal parte sa pagsulbar it isa lang ka problema, hindi gid maagong the best result or successful outcome. Magiging kayuyon ro pag-umgad kung gakagasugot, kung gakagahambal aga obra ro kada isa lang. Sa ulihing inadlaw, kung ikaw ay makagraduate at makatrabaho gud, uwa it rason nga hindi ka magiging efficient, productive, ag successful dahil oriented ka kurayang mga natawag natong 4 C's. Let us come to category 2. The category 2 is literacy skills. They are sometimes called IMT skills, and they are each concerned with different element in digital comprehension. Rumasunod nga mga 21st century skills ay most essentials gid nga dapat magugtan it mga estudyante. Parehas ninyo. Agod maging pattern, maging gabay o direksyon sa mayad-ayad na pangabuhi sa future o sa pag-abutong inadlaw. The 3 21st century literacy skills are: number 1, information literacy, understanding facts, figures, statistics, and data. It is the foundation skill. It helps you understand facts, especially data points that will encounter online. It teaches you how to separate fact from fiction. In an age of chronic information, finding truth online has become a job all on its own. It's crucial that students like you can identify honesty on your own. Otherwise, you can fall free to myths, misconceptions, and outright lies. Sa makarong tiyempo, tanan hypermiyang gabantay it mga latest news, latest issues, latest informations. Sa mga pamatanon parehas kinyo, kinahanglan maging madahan o careful. Hindi iyagi magpinatipati dahil abo nga mga fake news nga nagagapnaag sa atong palibot. Media literacy. Understanding the methods and outlets in which information is published. It is the practice of identifying publishing methods, outlets, and sources while distinguishing between the ones that are credible and are the ones that aren't. Just like previous skill, media literacy is helpful in finding the truth in a world that's saturated with information. This is how you find trustworthy sources of information in your lives. Without it, anything that looked like credible becomes credible. But with it, you can learn which media outlets or formats to ignore. You can also learn which ones to embrace, which is equally important. Antiguhan ka ba mag-distinguish or magkilala kung fake or real news? Duhabatian? I-considerar naton permi do source o ginahalinan it informasyon. Makapati-pati balara? Kung sa problema, tama ba nga i-post sa Facebook? Paragwag sa radyo o sa TV? O face-to-face ng gid? Technology literacy. Teach the student about the machines involved in the information age. As computers, cloud programming, and mobile devices become more important to the world needs more people to understand these concepts. Technology literacy gives you the basic information you need to understand what gadgets perform, what tasks, and why. This understanding removes the intimidating feeling that technology tends to have. Technology literacy unmasks the high-powered tools that run today's world. After all, if you don't understand how technology works, it might as well be magic. As a result, you can adapt to the world more effectively. You can play important role in this evolution. Natawagon makaron nga internet age, information age, computer age, o digital age. Duatong estado dahil sa sari-saring teknolohiya sa komunikasyon, gadgets, computers, do ginagamit makaron. Kinahanglan nga masayuran ninyo kung paano ag kung siin dayang mga modern technology gamiton ag kung may kataobaga nga bulig sa edukasyon at pagpangabuhi sayud ninyo karon do sa bahay. Number 3 category, the life skills. This is also called flips, which pertains to someone's personal life, but they also bleed into professional settings. There are 5 21st century life skills. The number 1, flexibility, deviating from plans as needed. It is the expression of someone's ability to adapt to changing circumstances. This is one of the most challenging qualities to learn because it is based on 2 uncomfortable ideas. Number 1, your way isn't always the best way. And number 2, you have to know and admit when you're wrong. That's a struggle for a lot of students like you, especially in age when you can know any bit of information at the drop of a hat. Flexibility requires you to show humility and accept that you will always have a lot to learn, even when you experience. It is crucial to long-term success in a career. Knowing when to change, how to change, and how to react to change is a skill that will pay dividends for someone's entire life. Dayang skills hay para sa personal nga pangabuhi, paagto sa insaktong profesyon. Do isa lang katawo dapat makasayod na do imong ideya o pamaagi sa pangabuhi hay bukon itama sa tanan nga oras. May instansya nga nagakasala gid pero dapat mag-admit kung ginubrang sala kapin kung do resulta ay wa itsayo. Dapat una pirmi do pagbago. Remember, nothing is permanent except change. Leadership. Motivating a team to accomplish a goal. Whether someone's seasoned entrepreneur or a fresh hire just starting your careers, leadership applies to career. Entry-level workers need leadership skills for several reasons. The most important is that it helps you understand the decisions that managers and business leaders make. As you lead individual departments someday, you can learn the ins and outs of your specific careers. That gives you the expertise you need to grow professionally and lead whole corporations. Isa lang ka-skill nga kinahanglan itanan sa ulihing inadlaw kung ikaw ay may quality of being a good leader, ang may ability of being a motivator. Wa it question o kung pangutana nga ikaw ay magiging ayad nga manager or head of office someday. Remember, a good leader is a good follower. Number 3 is initiative. Starting projects, strategies, and plans on one's own. It only comes naturally to a handful of people. As a result, you need to learn it to fully succeed. This is one of the hardest skills to learn and practice. It is an attribute that earns rewards. It's especially indicative of someone's character in terms of work ethic and professional progress. Do isa lang ka-leader ay may kinaiya nga initiative, gaplano, gatao it idea nga halin ka na mismo. Daya do pinakamalisod sa tanan dahil may kabaylo nga reward. Base sa himuang plano. Kung uwa ka kara, ay may posibilidad nga hindi maging mabinungahon do isa lang kahiwaton. Tanan kita may tsansa para mismo atong kaugaligon mabago. Productivity. Pertaining efficiency in an age of distractions. Business terms is called efficiency. Students discover the ways in which you work best while gaining an appreciation of how others work as well. That equips them with the practical means to carry out the ideas they determine through flexibility, leadership, and initiative. Kung ikaw ay may attitude na antigo mag-admit its mistakes and need to change for better result and best result, kung ikaw ay possess good leadership skills, kung ikaw ay may best initiatives, bukon gid it imposible na ikaw sa ulihing inadlaw magiging efficient at productive. Ikaw hunduga ginausoy it mga kumpanya nag-hire it mga workers. And the last, the social skills. Meeting and networking with others for mutual benefit. It is crucial to the ongoing success of a professional. Business is frequently done through the connections one person makes with others around them. This concept of networking is more active in some industries than others, but proper social skills are excellent tools for forging and long-lasting relationships. While this may have been in past generations, the rise of social media and instant communication have changed the nature of human interaction. As a result, today's students possess a wide range of social skills. Some are more socially adept than others. Some are far behind their peers. And some lucky few may be far ahead as socializing comes naturally to them. But most students need a crash course in social skills at least. Etiquette, manners, politeness, and small talk still play major roles in today's world. That means some students need to learn them in an educational setting instead of a social setting. Hindi yaman kita mag-focus sa personal na pangabuhi. Tawan man naton tagupangod do atong relasyon sa susudan, sa community, having a good relationship. Bukod niyang sa imong amigo, sa imong amiga, sa ing kilala, sa ing BFF, kundi sa tanan. Hindi yang kita maging imot sa pagtao itbulig sa iba. Give and take baga nga ron. Maging friendly, agud masadya, ag abong pangilala. Siyempre, hindi gid naton pagkalipatan do pamilya. Dahil sa yun ninyo nga mabaho di ekspektasyon ag handom kinyo it inyong mga ginikanan. Maging productive, maging effective, maging successful nga Filipino citizen. Salamat sa K-12 program naging patupad it atong nasyon.
Today, we're going to answer some of your questions regarding senior high school. It is important to be completely informed regarding the significant details on senior high school. To begin with, let's have the question, what is senior high school? Senior high school, or the SHS, refers to the last 2 years of the K-12 program. It includes grade 11 and grade 12. In senior high school, students will go through a core curriculum and subjects under a track of their choice. This senior high school is the additional 2 years in high school. You will have to go through grade 11 and grade 12 to be considered a high school graduate. Here, you will be taking core subject, applied subject, and specialized subject based on the senior high school track you will choose. Will senior high school mean 2 more years of high school? Yes. These 2 additional years will equip learners with skills that will better prepare them for the future, whether it be employment, entrepreneurship, skills development, or higher education. Is senior high school really necessary? The answer is yes, because the law now prescribes that senior high school is a part of the compulsory basic education. It is based on the Republic Act number 10533, also known as the Enhanced Basic Act of 2013, which was signed into law by the former President Benigno Aquino III. Starting school year 2016 to 2017, senior high school was fully implemented. You need to go through it in order to graduate high school. In 2011 and 2012, Philippines is the only country in Asia and one of the 3 countries in the world have only 10 years of education cycle. Maybe this is the reason when some of our professionals here in our country may hardly find jobs in other countries based on their diploma and the degree earned here in the Philippines. By 2015, the ASEAN integration will be implemented. It will be borderless future for all people in ASEAN. With the ASEAN integration, Filipinos can study and work in any ASEAN country, provided they have the following: Certificate of Proficiency and Certificate of Competency. What if I don't want to go to senior high school? Technically, it's your choice, but you won't get a high school diploma. You will be called a grade 10 completer, but you will miss out on the benefits of a full high school graduate. Hindi kayo matatawag na high school graduate unless hindi kayo makapagtapos ng grade 12. Grade 10 completer ang tawag sa inyo. What are the benefits of senior high school? Senior high school has been developed to lead you to one of the 4 career pathways or exit. Almost like doors, of which senior high school is the key to employment, entrepreneurship, higher education, middle skills development. Magkakaroon ng sapat na kaalaman at kasanayan sa bawat senior high school graduate. Sa senior high school, magiging handa sila para sa trabaho, negosyo o kolehiyo. Employment. Learners are more prepared for work. For technical and vocational careers, you will already be able to apply for TESDA certificates. For most choices, private company partners are ready to take you on for immersion, training, and hiring. Immersion means work and gain experience while studying. Entrepreneurship. You will be equipped with the skills to either start your own business or continue running your family business. Higher education. Some college and university core subjects have now been integrated into senior high school, which means less repetition. Meaning some subjects for first-year college are now in senior high school. You will no longer take it anymore in college. And if you do go to college, the subjects you will take on will be more focused and more relevant to your chosen course. Middle skills development. This benefit applies to technical and vocational careers. While at senior high school, you will already learn the specialized skills. Continuing education at other Tech-Voc institution means being able to get more advanced subjects faster. Will the additional 2 years of senior high school mean additional expenses? Not necessarily. Senior high school completes basic education by making sure that the high school graduate is equipped for work, entrepreneurship, or higher education. This is a step up from a 10-year cycle where high school graduates still need further education to be ready for the world. Senior high school will be offered free in public schools and there will be a voucher program. With a voucher program, this means that the burden of expenses for the additional 2 years need not be completely shouldered by parents. Kasi nga, the government will give you a voucher to pay for your tuition fees and other expenses in school. Will I need a voucher if I enroll in public high school? No, you will not need a voucher subsidy because public high school do not have tuition fees. What are the 4 tracks in senior high school? The 4 tracks in senior high school are academic track, Technical-Vocational-Livelihood track or the TVL, sports track, and arts and design track. The academic track is divided into 4 strands: the ABM, UMS, STEM, and GAS. Accountancy, Business, and Management or the ABM strand. It is for those who plan to take up business-related courses in higher education or engage in business, entrepreneurship, and other business-related careers. Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics or the STEM strand for the students who are inclined towards or have the aptitude for math or science or engineering study. Humanities and Social Sciences or UMS strand for students who intend to pursue this field of study at the university level. Like for instance, you would like to take up nursing, you can enroll in the UMS strand. General Academic strand or GAS. This strand is ideal for senior high school students who have not yet decided on a particular specialization. It will offer subjects selected from the different academic strands. Anyway, you can enroll in any college or university of any course you wanted to take kahit ano pa man ang track and strands mo during the senior high school, provided that you will take the prerequisite subjects kung meron man dapat mo na kailangan i-take. Technical-Vocational-Livelihood or TVL track is divided into 4 strands: Agri-Fishery Arts, Home Economics or HE, Information and Communication Technology or ICT, and Industrial Art. Each TVL strands offers various specialization that may or may not have national certificate equivalent from TESDA or the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority. In TVL track, we have the following specialization per strand. For TVL ICT, we have Computer Hardware Services, Technical Drafting, Animation, and Computer Programming. For TVL Agri-Fisheries, we have Agri-Craft Production, Animal Production, and Fish Production. For TVL Industrial Arts, we have Carpentry, Automotive, Electrical, Masonry, Welding, Cell phone repair, refrigeration, and air conditioning. For TVL Home Economics, the specialization you can choose may be front office, cookery, bread and pastry production, housekeeping, bartending, food and beverage services, tour guiding, travel services, caregiving, beauty care, wellness massage, dressmaking, tailoring, fashion design, and many more. Arts and Designs track. The Arts and Design track covers a wide range of art forms: theater, music, dance, creative writing, visual arts, and media arts. This track is for students who have an aptitude for the arts and its forms. Sports track. The sports track is for students who are interested in sports-related careers, like athlete development, fitness training, coaching, and officiating. Here are the following track and strands that Ballet Integrated School offers. Under the academic track, the Ballet Integrated School offers the General Academic Strand or GAS. Under the Technical-Vocational-Livelihood or TVL Home Economics Strand, Ballet Integrated School offer the following specialization: Food and Beverage Services, NC2, Housekeeping, NC2, and Cookery, NC2. So once again, here are the 4 tracks in senior high school you can choose from: Academic track, Technical Vocational Livelihood track or TVL, Sports track, Arts and Design track. Under the academic track, we have 4 strands: ABM, UMS, STEM, and GAS. Under the Technical Vocational Livelihood or TVL track, we have 4 strands: Agri-Fishery Arts, Home Economics, Information and Communication Technology or ICT, and Industrial Arts. Reminder students that there's no track is superior or inferior over the other. When you choose your track, we highly encourage you to choose a track that suits your interests and abilities and the availability of the tracks. Now, since we already have a clear understanding of what awaits us in our journey in senior high school, we are now more informed of the 4 different tracks. At this time, we would like you to ready with you your colors, because we are going to color your interest using the activity sheets with you. This activity will further help you acknowledge your interest, preferences, and inclinations. Color the box containing a statement that matches your interest, preferences, and inclinations. You can color as many as you want. However, please be reminded of the designated color for each box placed beside the statement. This worksheet may guide and affirm you in the track that you wish to pursue, as each color corresponds to a specific track. The dominant color may mean that you are more inclined to the track it represents. After you are done with this activity, try to look at what is the dominant color. Ano ang may pinakamaraming kulay? Kapag blue ang may pinakamaraming kulay, ang iyong interest, preferences, and inclination ay nasa academic track. Kapag yellow ang napakaraming nakulayan mo, ang iyong interest, preferences, and inclination ay nasa TVL track. Kapag red, you are more inclined sa arts and design track. At sports track naman kapag marami ang kulay na green. Whatever your senior high school tracks and strands, you can enroll to any course you like in college. Now let's try to work on the next activity entitled My First Resume, which can be found on your activity sheet that was given by your teacher advisor. You are going to provide the needed information to complete the first resume, such as your name, address, and phone number. Then, complete the statements on the following boxes. Before we end Module 2, please answer the following questions on your diary. How do you find the activity we had today? What part of the session did you enjoy the most? Do you find the session helpful in deciding for a senior high school track? Do you already have an idea of which track you will pursue? So this is all for your Module 2. See you in your Module 3.